Good evening. A teenager is in a coma after he and two mates survived a spectacular crash when their car flipped and slammed into a primary school. Witnesses were left to help the seriously injured boy while his friend removed incriminating evidence from the wreckage.
In a split second, a car flies across a schoolyard, coming to rest on its side. Pinned underneath is a man thrown from the vehicle. He cries for his friend, who crawls out the windscreen, but heartlessly walks straight past him. Another man escapes the wreck and helps passers-by free the trapped 18-year-old.
They are lucky they're alive at this time.
The 29-year-old man leaves strangers to help his injured mate as he clears the car of potential evidence, placing clothes into a bag before hiding it around the corner. When police arrive, he's unwilling to cooperate.
We do believe excessive speed was involved, and we are looking at whether distraction in the car was involved as well.
The car left a trail of destruction on Foster Street. It smashed through a traffic light, tore through a metal safety barrier and then flipped over the school fence. Prior to the crash, police were called to this McDonald's as a trio was seen arguing inside their car with another man who got out and walked away. 15 minutes later, they crashed just 2 kilometres down the road.
It just shows the dangers of what can occur in a car, and obviously these males, by the sounds of it, were up to no good amongst themselves and fighting within the car. The
29-year-old man was arrested but later released. The other two were taken to hospital. The man under the car is in an induced coma. Charges are expected to be laid. Tegan Dolling, 7 News.
Good evening. Police say it's a miracle that 3 young men survived a high-speed crash at Dandenong this morning. Security cameras captured the vehicle flipping in the air and then slamming into a primary school. Eliza Rugg has the story.
Spinning out of control. The speeding car with 3 men inside flips and crashes into Dandenong Primary School.
I moved the car back.
2 of them managed to crawl out of the wreckage. The third was thrown from the vehicle and trapped underneath.
Help me out! Help me out!
They are lucky, very lucky that no one's been killed on this occasion.
The 19-year-old man was freed by local residents and taken to the Alfred Hospital, suffering critical head injuries and a fractured arm. After being wrestled to the ground by police, a 29-year-old Dandenong man was arrested. So too was an 18-year-old man from the same suburb. It's unclear which of the 3 men was driving the Volkswagen when they lost control on a bend on Foster Street just before 2 o'clock this morning.
We do believe excessive speed was involved, and we are looking at whether distraction in the car was involved as well.
15 minutes before the crash, police were called to this nearby McDonald's on Stud Road with reports the 3 men were fighting in the drive-through. An unidentified man was also involved in this argument. Investigators want him to come forward. They're hoping he can tell them who was behind the wheel.
Obviously these males, by the sounds of it, were up to no good, and we are still looking at whether drugs or alcohol were involved.
Charges are yet to be laid. Eliza Rugg, 9 News.